February is American Heart Month. While we usually speak with Dr. Payal Kohli about the pandemic, today she's going to speak to you, DBL Nation, and especially the women out there about a very important subject near and dear to her heart. Today is all about heart health with Dr. Kohli. I love the graphic. So here she is live. There she is. Hello, Doc. So isn't heart disease, at least many of us watching, we think of it kind of considered as a man's disease. Is that wrong?
It is wrong, Sam. In fact, it's just as much a woman's disease as it is a man's disease. And this is what drives me crazy, because all the data, all the public health awareness campaigns have been done in men. And yet every year, almost as many women die of heart disease as men. And 1 out of every 3 women will die of heart disease in the United States. It's the leading killer of women.
Wow.
It's just staggering if you think about it. Three women in your life, yeah. And statistically speaking, one of them has a chance of succumbing to heart disease.
Doc, I'm not trying to mansplain here, but is it true that women experience, I'm reading from the card, heart disease differently than men?
They do experience heart disease differently. So there's a couple of key differences. So women and men are not equal, and men tend to get blockages in the big highways of the heart. So that's really, the big blood vessels that we can easily image and take pictures of. Women, on the other hand, tend to get blockages in the small side roads of the heart. So it's much harder to diagnose, much harder to detect, and can present in different ways. And women's hearts, of course, are also more sensitive to hormonal changes. But there's a lot of data that women's hearts are actually stronger than men's hearts. Yep. So take that, you guys, because they're designed to handle the stress of pregnancy. It is true. It is absolutely true.
It's true.
I just love it's like we are, Dr. Kohli, we're 3 adults on this panel, and as soon as you said that, Sam goes, "That's right." And Jeff goes, "No."
I was like, no.
We were instantly 7 years old again. You guys make me so happy. Yeah. All right, now, Doc, heart disease runs in my family, so this is very serious to me. Let's talk about the actual symptoms of heart disease. Are there differences there, too, in terms of men and women?
There are. This is another really important point. So women feel heart pain very differently from men. So Jeff and Al, you guys, God forbid, have a heart attack, are much more likely to have an elephant sitting on your chest, a chest pain that radiates to your jaw, to your left arm, kind of what you see in the movies, to your back. It just kind of comes on strong. With women, it can be much more subtle. So women don't always have chest pain. Sometimes they're just a little queasy. They have a little heartburn or chest burning. Sometimes they feel a headache, or they feel short of breath. And so it's really important for us to educate the women in our lives to keep their radars up in case they feel any of that, because oftentimes we blow it off because we think, oh, heart pain is always an elephant on your chest or chest pain, and that's not always true in women. In fact, only 56% of women even realize when they're having a heart attack.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if it's because women have a higher threshold for pain. Just kidding.
Oh,
sorry.
That was actually a good theory.
It might be a good theory, right, Dr. Kohli?
No, actually, Sam, that's definitely part of it. And part of it is also women are just so used to being the caregiver, to thinking about others, to minimize taking care of themselves, to put their children, their families, their work, all the other things that we do ahead of us, that sometimes they minimize their symptoms and they delay in presenting to the hospital. And then when they get to the hospital, because they're used to kind of, blowing off their symptoms, minimizing the pain, the doctors can sometimes also miss their symptoms.
Wow, that is great clarity. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli.
Thanks,
we appreciate you. We'll be right back.